Okay, so today we're going to have a look at Link, and that's versus the US dollar. We're going to use the Binance chart for this video. So what I want to have a look is the weekly chart. Now, if we start way back in 2018, we can see this green zone. So that's where most of the price action happened during that period. So we can take that all across here. So that's from January 2018 to June 2019 until we got this breakout. Um, at that point, we then spent a good year in this zone here, which is the blue zone, which is the new zone. Okay, so the next level up, if you like. And we consolidated. We were range bound, so the lowest price here was around 145, and the highest price was about $5. So we ranged within those price levels. And if you have a look here, I've got the EMA 8 and the EMA 21. And if you want to, if you want to have a look, so when the EMA 8 is above the 21, then obviously the price is bullish, especially on the higher time frames. Now, if we have a look at this box, we always stayed above it, even when we were consolidating. We never really closed below it. A couple of really close calls, but nothing major. Um, Later on, obviously, we break out of this range, this box range, and we create a new range. So we're going straight for the highs, coming up as high as 55. And we've been in these lows for, well, over a year now, year and a half. But if you notice that when you look at this chart, when Link stays in the range, um, it stays in there for a long period of time. Okay, but when it finally does break out, it doesn't actually come below the top of the previous range. Okay, so what I mean by that is this line here marks the top of this line of this range. Okay, so when we come out to the bottom of this of the new range, we don't really come past this area. Okay, um, so when we're looking at the new range now, which is from July 20 to present, if you notice again, we haven't gone into this accumulation zone with price. Okay, so that's really good. And on the weekly, we are maintaining now the 8 EMA. So yeah, it's only likely that we're going to come up to the top of the range soon. Now, if we were going to look at potential price action for Link, and let's say that we do break into a new range, well, we've got a couple of options. So this here was about 250%, 850%, and what's this one? Just under 1,000%. Okay, so if we were going to mimic something like that, you've got two cases to say that the next pump is going to be, more or less around 900%, 950%. Um, Worst case scenario, we're going to get 243%. Okay, so where would 243% get us from the bottom of this range? It would get us around about there, so midway. Okay, so if we mark off the midway point, okay, well, but we're yeah, okay, that's not going to work. It's around about there. Half the range is round about there. Okay, so worst case scenario, we're going to come up to the mid range, in my opinion. If we break out of this zone, then obviously we've done the 1,000%, so 900%, 1,000%. That's how much it's going to need to pump to get to the top of this range. And as we can see before, when we've done that, the pumps have been more or less that amount. Okay. Afterwards, once we break out, we could then assume that we're either going to get a 243%, which is going to take us to around about $180, or we're going to get a 1000% pump, which is going to take us into $600, which is very much like what Ethereum did back in the day. So yeah, I mean, I do think Link is one to watch. Um, I certainly think that it's in a good buying zone for what I've just said. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of price action we get, whether Bitcoin can behave, whether the markets, you know, don't start to crumble. But it's certainly on my radar. And if you enjoyed this video, which I hope you have, please do click subscribe, like the video. I'm also doing a free 30-day trial for MAM Pro Club. So if you see my pinned tweet on Twitter, you can get the link and come and join us. So see you there. Thanks, guys.